let's start with the one-line description. So what is a great one-liner? A great publication one-liner is one that clearly and concisely highlights what makes your publication special from all the other newsletters out there. This is something that if you're not sure where it is, you can edit it in your publication settings page. It's also what appears on your welcome page, which is where it says like, put in your email or let me read it first, which means that for a lot of readers, this is going to be the very first impression that you make, and having an awesome one-liner, something super grabbing, attention grabbing, eye-catching is really important. So you, again, want to highlight what makes your publication special. For some people, that is going to be your domain expertise. For others, maybe it's your unique voice and your personality that comes through in the way you write. For other people, maybe it's covering a niche that nobody else can or will cover. I like to, when you're not sure where to start, I like to ask myself, or for you to ask yourself, two key questions, the ones that you're seeing right here up on these slides. One is, who wants to read your publication? And the second one is, why do they read this and why do they want to read it? So when you're thinking about your audience, it's your audience or audiences. You might have multiple categories or sort of personas or types of readers. You might want to consider their demographic, like folks who are older or younger, or where in the world your readers might come from, as well as sort of personality things and what they're motivated by, what they're looking for. And then in the second category, why do readers want to read your publication? You want to consider these core motivations. Like a newsletter can serve a lot of purposes. We got great cooking newsletters. We got great political analysis. We have breaking news. So think about what is motivating your readers to subscribe to your writing in particular. Do they want to be inspired? Do they want to laugh? Do they want advice or professional development? By asking these two basic questions, that's going to help you understand exactly who you're speaking to and what you want to highlight in that one-line description. The goal should be for a reader to read just that one line and be able to be like, oh, that's me. This publication is for me. Let me read that first. So why don't we look at some examples, just to like make this all a little bit more concrete. So we'll start with an example that has a little bit of room for improvement. This one, it's just a fake publication that we made up. It's called Fanatics, and it says, I can't even read that. It says fans and feelings, it says. There's nothing offensive about this description. It's just that by reading it, I don't know what this publication is about, right? Like maybe it's for like sports fans, like maybe it's about like, I don't know, like pop culture stands, like we don't know what it's about. It's not easy for a reader to be like, that's me. I know I want to subscribe. So some people are going to click out right at this window. They're never even going to reach the let me read it first. So instead, we want to look at maybe some examples that are going to be clearer and more upfront with exactly what they're providing their readers. Up here on the screen, you can see an example from the Kosmic Kitchen by Sarah Kate. This one-liner is really awesome. It goes straight from an herbalist kitchen to your inbox. You'll get weekly herbal recipes designed to keep you inspired and nourished. So once again, if we go back to those two questions, who should read this newsletter? Maybe other herbalists or people who want herbal recipes. And why are they reading it? To get inspired and to get recipe ideas to keep them nourished. Super clear, super clean. To go to the next example, we have Flow State, which is a super popular and awesome newsletter that provides playlists. It goes every weekday, 2 hours of music, perfect for working. Again, this one, it's so concise, but it still answers those two questions. Who's reading it? People who work, probably. People who have like maybe day jobs at their computers. And why are they reading it? Because they want some music to help them focus while they work. This one, Tangle, is one of our top politics newsletters, and I think it's a really great example of showcasing differentiation in a pretty crowded space. Isaac Saul writes in his newsletter, an independent, ad-free, nonpartisan politics newsletter that offers both sides of the biggest news stories every day. This one-liner is, again, really great at doing the job of, first, who reads it? People who are interested in politics, but particularly people who might be like independents rather than strongly affiliated with one political party, people who are looking for nonpartisan analysis and care about seeing both sides of the issue. And why do they read this? They're reading it because it might be one of the few news publications out there that are giving you a balanced view on politics. Finally, we'll end with one with more of a professional angle, Technically by Justin Gage. This one's really awesome because Technically is a newsletter that serves professionals. The one-liner is Technically explains software and hardware in a simple and engaging way so you can impress your boss. So it makes it clear that this is for people who probably work in or with technology and need to understand these issues really well, but it adds a bit of personality too, like the idea that like you can impress your boss, like that's a purpose, but it also tells you sort of about the casual and lighthearted tone that he's going to use to communicate with readers.